Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The single best idea is a news flow, has been, and on this Friday is extraordinary. At any given point, you look at, say, the Bloomberg Launchpad, which is a layout of equities, bonds, currencies, and commodities, and blinking at a high rate of speed as the market reacts to all this news flow, you find one statistic. But you can't do that. You have to look at 2, 3, 4, 5 statistics and synthesize in the correlations or lack of correlations. So when I say oil's edging up 91, ready to print 92, up 26% off of the Friday before the beginning of the war, that's just one statistic. How did that do against fixed income bonds, a 10-year yield? How did that do against the stock market? Did the stock market bounce off oil? Did the stock market bounce off currency with a blended dollar index getting right back to that strong dollar era? All those people certain of weak dollar really having a difficult week. Then all of this market talk comes back to economics. We had Claudia Sahm with us today, New Century Advisors. She saw a jobs report that moved away from the optimism of 31 days ago.
Clearly, these numbers from February are not in checking the box on signs of stabilization in the labor market, right? We're losing jobs. The unemployment rate ticked up. This is not a good sign. This actually sits pretty consistently, especially if you look at the last 3 months, with what we saw all of last year. The U.S. economy last year created almost no jobs on net. Right. And at the same time, consumer spending increased, business investment increased, GDP rose for the year on trend. Right. We can talk about concentration. We can talk about what sectors it's in. But we have already been for a year in a jobless expansion. So unfortunately, what the February data, what this latest labor market data suggests is that's still where we're at.
Claudia Sahm, New Century Advisors. A lot of good voices today and wonderful set of conversations. John Farrow and Michael McKee having good conversations with Governor Waller, with President Goolsbee of the Booth School of Chicago, and of course, John Farrow speaking with Kevin Hassett of the White House, trying to glean forward here with oil again buttressed up against 92. We spoke to Eric Van Nostrand of Lazard. Let's listen.
The market is trying to look through it, even though these oil price moves look big, the stock market moves this week feel painful. In the grand scheme of things, U.S. equities are just at the bottom of the range they've been since October. Oil's still off its heights since the Ukrainian invasion. But I think that relative sanguinity, that relative calm, is out of line with the level of fundamental risks in the backdrop here, and that's why I think paying close attention to traffic in the Gulf is going to be very important.
Eric Van Nostrand with us. Don't forget, Bloomberg this weekend, they have a full schedule on Saturday, on Sunday, beginning at 7 a.m. On podcasts, we're out at Apple, we're out at Spotify, at YouTube Podcasts. It's single best idea.